What is going on, everybody? My name is A21 Aaron, and today we are going to be going over how to farm on Fortnite Save the World Season 8. I made one of these a while ago, but I needed to make an update because they have new techniques and ways to do it. Now, there is two methods that you can use on Fortnite Save the World to farm, and it all completely depends on your hero loadout. The main thing that it matters on is your team perk. So if you look at our team perks, we have Long Arm of the Law, and then we have 1-2 Punch. Both of them are very good for farming, and I'm going to show you exactly why and how. And if you are missing the 1-2 Punch, I will show you in a few minutes on how to get that. With the Long Arm of the Law, you get to use your anti-material charge for an extra tile, because now in this season 8, you no longer have our almighty king, which is Striker AC. May he rest in peace. He was the king at farming because he can charge up his anti-material charge and hit multiple tiles at a time, and it was almost limitless. Anyways, getting back to Long Arm of the Law, instead of each hero only having one tile, now you get to hit 2 tiles at a time, but of course it costs a lot. So that's where the 1-2 Punch comes in play. So you can pretty much use your anti-material charge for free after using your phase shift, which seems to be a personal favorite for a lot of people, but for me, I like the Long Arm of the Law, and I'll explain that why in a second. Now that you know the two different types of farming techniques that you may want to use, let me explain how to get the 1-2 Punch if you do not have it. The reason that you are missing the 1-2 Punch perk is because each character comes with their own separate perk. So you're gonna have to go into the collection book, go down to ninjas, and then go to Swordmaster Ken. And when you give him a click, you have an option to recruit the hero. As you can see, it costs 300 training manuals and 250 legendary flux. Training manuals you get by breaking down and recycling old heroes that you do not want. And legendary flux you can also find inside the item shop. Alright, so the way that you get legendary flux is by going to the item shops, going over to items, and then in the events items and weekly items, they both have legendary flux. But obviously I recommend getting it from the event items if you haven't used it already. It's 1500 gold, and you get 100 legendary flux, which allows you to buy one weapon or one hero. So now once we purchase that and we have enough of our hero manuals and our legendary flux, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the collection book. We're gonna go back to the heroes, go down to ninjas, and then go to Swordmaster Ken. Then we're gonna go ahead and go down to recruit hero. You see we have enough of everything to recruit him, so we're gonna go ahead and press A to recruit. Now you see we just completed the quest, which is the 1-2 Punch, and now we have unlocked the team perk of 1-2 Punch. All right, so here goes my build. I have Archeolo Jess, and the reason I have her is because her anti-material charge costs 19 energy compared to everybody else that is 35 and 45. And the way you get hers down to 19 energy is just by adding some support teams that are also some outlanders as well. So for my personal preference, I like Archeolo Jess because I get to hit 5 anti-material charge, and I get to use the Long Arm of the Law, which gives me an additional tile so I can break multiple cars at once, and it charges up a lot faster. It's a lot quicker to charge up 19 energy than it is to charge up 35 or 45. The support team completely depends on your playstyle. I like Fleet because it's 12.5% extra movement speed. I think everybody likes him as well. Another must for me is Valkyrie Rio. She gives me 245% knockback from my anti-material charge. And my third must is Rescue Trooper Ramirez. She gives me 17% assault damage because I like to be able to do some DPS while I'm going around and farming. I also like to have my Recon Scout Eagle Eye because obviously she gives me my phase shift, which gives me 30% movement speed for 3 seconds, and I like to just go around faster. And if you're wondering why do I have Striker AC in my loadout, it's because he is our old king and he deserves a spot up there. I can't just throw him away, okay? In my personal opinion, I think that this loadout beats out the 1-2 Punch any day. All right, guys, for the 1-2 Punch method, we have Recon Scout Eagle Eye. The reason I have her and not anyone else, honestly, is because I don't have the one that everybody has with work, but I like her because she gives me an increased phase shift distance by 1, and then an additional 140 movement speed for 3 seconds. I like speed, that's just me. Then of course we have the 1-2 Punch for the team perk. We have Fleet, 12.5 increased movement speed, that's a must. Honestly, everybody else, I just put in there to get a ×5 for my team perk. With the 1-2 Punch, if you have heroes with more than 2 stars, you get a ×5 to make your anti-material charge cost pretty much free. So I just put anybody that I could in here just to show you guys an example of how these work. We're gonna go ahead and test these out and see which one is better. I mean, I think mine is better, but we'll go ahead and check it out. So right now we have 11 stacks of nuts and bolts. In 1 minute, we're gonna see how many we can get using the 1-2 Punch method. So first off, what we gotta do is phase shift. And then we're gonna use our anti-material charge, phase shift, use our anti-material charge, phase shift. Oops, I missed. And now we gotta wait for it to load up. So pretty much, if you're pretty accurate on where you're gonna phase shift, this could be pretty good because it doesn't cost anything for your anti-material charge. But if you miss, like this, now I'm not even gonna hit the car, and I just pretty much wasted that anti-material charge and that phase shift. So now when I use this, it's gonna use up a lot of energy, and then I'm gonna use my phase shift, and I gotta find it. There we go. Say right now, I miss. I'm aiming for that car over there with my phase shift. I miss. I gotta run to it, then use my anti-material charge. Okay? So I don't like that because it's too long. So for our last method, we were able to get 103 nuts and bolts for the time that we were using it. Now let's go ahead and try my method. Look, that's 2 right there. There, I should get all these right here. As you can see, my energy is just building back up right now. We're already ready. I hardly have any of a cooldown right now. On 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 4 seconds of a wait. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. And it's just ready. By the time I get to the next car or whatever, it's usually pretty much ready. And that, wow, that was a good one. I got all 3 of those. Every time that these cars are lined up like this, it's perfect. You get to hit multiple cars. And they're always usually like this too. Like you're hitting multiple cars, you're hitting multiple items, you're breaking through walls, you're getting materials and crafting materials. I mean, I think it's just a no-brainer. I think this method is way better than the 1-2 punch method. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But I mean, look how many times I get to hit. And then I can just run around and go hit a couple walls or something. It's ready, it's already ready. All right. Our time is up. All right, so at the end of this, we were able to procure 154 nuts and bolts in honestly less time than I gave the other one. First method, 1-2 punch method, I gave way more time because I didn't have anything to bring down the phase shift cooldown. So in reality, I gave the phase shift one a lot more time than I did for the long arm of the law, and we got more using this method. It was a lot quicker. We didn't also get more nuts and bolts, but we also got more materials and crafting materials. In my opinion, in my test, I think that this is the best farming method, and it's almost as good as Striker AC once was. May he rest in peace. I'm so sorry that you are gone. We miss you so much. So in conclusion, I do think that the long arm of the law is way better than the 1-2 punch method, or you can say the phase shift method compared to the 2 tiles method. I don't know what you want to call it. I do see how it could be beneficial and good, but I do think that the best farming method, hero loadout, is Archeolo Jess with the long arm of the law. And if you did like the video, then please like, sub, and also hit the bell notification. Very much appreciated. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. A21 Aaron is out. Peace out, gangstas. Doses.
A21 Aaron, whoa. Get ready for gaming tutorials. Taking the YouTube world by storm with all of the gaming that you're looking for.